Hello guys, before we start today's video, I just want to say do not forget to get in on this giveaway. It is basically free for a giveaway for the bundle of Dustmorn, and if we hit 1,000 subscribers before October 4th, we'll give away a Dustmorn butcher box or play box or whatever it's called these days. Definitely, all you have to do is comment on this video right here to give away announcements, and also subscribe to Scry Guides and like it as well to get in on this awesomeness. But yeah, let's get on to Deck Tech today. See you there. Hello guys, welcome back to Scry Guys, and today we're going to talk about one of the new commanders for Dustmorn, which is the Mindskinner, a $100 deck tech for today's video. This week, Dustmorn officially comes out on Friday, and you guys get to get some goodies. I know pre-release weekend was last week. I'm pretty sure some of you got some of the new cards from the set, and hopefully the Mindskinner. And you're thinking, what should I do with Mindskinner for a budget? So let's just talk about a $100 budget today. So let's get right into it. So let me click there. All right, there we go. The commander, which is the Mindskinner. So it's a 3 blue. 3 blue is kind of crazy, you know? And it's a 10-1. When I first saw the card, I'm like, yo, 10-1 is insane. So it's a legendary enchantment creature, Nightmare. The Mindskinner can't be blocked. And then if a source you control would deal damage to an opponent, prevent that damage, and each opponent mills that many cards, which is really insane for a mono blue commander that wants mill everything. So I really do love this. Let's just get right into creatures and talk a little bit more about it. 20 creatures, as you can see. Caliphate, beloved of the sea, there we go. Defiler of Dreams, Dreamtide Whale, Eastor, Warding Familiar, Ethereum Sculptor, Forensic Gadgeteer, Hydraulic Trick, Specimen, Jason Phantasma, and Murloc Queen. So we got some pretty nifty cards just because some of them are just big, fatty creatures, and some of them are really useful, like the Ward Wing Familiar, which protects our commander. If anything targets it, it will be 3 more to cast. And then we've got reduction cost for some of the artifacts that we have in the list. And then some of our big fatties here, which is Dreamtide Whale, which have advancing too, but whenever a player casts their second spell, each turn to proliferate, which is really nice. We get to uptick on the advancing counter as we have a 7/5 with 3 mana, just to mill our opponents out really fast. And well, at Caliphate, because he gets really big to the Devotion of Blue, he'll be immediately a 5/3 when she comes in. And she also provided protection for our commander as well. Defiler of Dreams, which reduces the cost for our blue cards in the list, and also whenever you cast a blue permanent, draw a card, which is really good for the list. Forensic Gadgeteer, which is for the reduction cost, and also just to create clues and draw a card with it. Hydraulic Electric Specimen, which protects our commander, as well as Jason Phantasma, which is a flyer, and it gets big if our opponent has 10 or more cards in his or her graveyard, which is very easy with our commander since we're swing, deal damage, each opponent mills 10 cards. So, and then we've got Murloc Queen. Murloc Queen on the battlefield, target player gets 2 raid counter. Then whenever 1 or more non-land cards are milled, draw a card, then put a 1/1 counter on Murloc, and it only triggers once each turn, which is not too bad, but you get to draw a card and it gets big. So let's move on to the next page here. So we've got Ornithopter of Paradise, Rune Crab, Shadowkin, Simmer Dragon, Silver Mirror, Storm Sister, Sleep Curse Fairy, Stuffy Doll, and Tempest Djinn. So we got a little bit of ramp here with Ornithopter and Silver Mirror. Then we got some mill action here with Rune Crab, Shadowkin. And then also we got a little spicy tech here for Stuffy Doll, which is enter battlefield, choose a player. Whenever Stuffy Doll is dealt damage, that much damage. Jesus, I cannot read today. Whenever Stuffy Doll is dealt damage, it deals that much damage to the chosen player, and then deal 1 damage to itself, and adds an indestructible. So with this, since we're dealing damage with our commander, we mill that many cards for each of our opponents. So this is a really good blocker for anything that's big coming at us, and yeah, just really good. And then we got Storm Chasers, Siren Storm Chaser, Storm Tamer, which is another form protect for our commander. And then Simmer Dragon protects our artifacts. Oh no, it doesn't protect our artifacts. It protects himself if we control 4 or more. But we get a tap 2, untap artifacts you control, and draw a card, which is a big fatty as well. Then we got Tepin Jin, which is another fatty that we have in the deck also. And then Slave Curse Fairy, which is another 3/3 or 2 flying. So just early damage there. But yeah, like everything else here. And then we got Terrasin Mindbreaker and Undead Alchemist. So Terrasin Mindbreaker, whenever Terrasin Mindbreaker attacks, defending player mills half their library rounded up, which is really good for us. And then Undead Alchemist, which I saw on the trick, like, what's this card? I forgot about this card a while ago. So if a zombie you control will deal the combat damage to a player, instead that player mills that many cards. And then whenever a creature card is put into an opponent's graveyard from their library, exile that card and create a 2/2 black zombie creature token and so forth too. So really good there. It synergizes well with the commander, and we probably will mill a lot of creature, and we make a 2/2 board, basically just as our Field of the Dead. That's all I could say about it. A Field of the Dead on the stack for mill. But yeah, let's move on to the 15 artifacts here. So we're playing Arcane Signet, Blackblade Forge, Bone Horde, Champion's Helm, Cryptic Coat, Fire Shriekers. Oh no, it's a Fire Shrieker. Lightning Greaves, Monier, Storm Hammer, and Nettlecast. So we got a little bit of ramp here with Arcane Signet. And then all the cards are very important here. So we got Blackblade Forge, which buffs our commander pretty nice. Get him into a range where he's a 20/20 or even higher than that. Bone Horde, which is a living weapon, but crypt creature, we have +X where X is the number of creature cards in all graveyards. So yeah, pretty soon my commander will be lethal on a swing, just to mill everyone out. Champion Help for protection and gives +2/+2, which is really nice. Cryptic Coat, ETBs, exile top card of your library, then attach Cryptic Coat to it, and then equip creature get +1/+0, and then can't be blocked. And then we could return it as well, just to really thin our deck. I realized that this card is okay in the list, just because our commander can't be blocked either way. But it's another buff card, and we could return it and get something else off of it, more creatures and stuff. That could be swapped out with anything. But yeah, Fire Shrieker give it double strike, so we get to mill 20. Lightning Greave for more protection. Momir, Storm Hammer. This card is new. I never really seen it before, but it seemed pretty good. So when Momir enters the battlefield, attach it to target legendary creature you control. And then whenever a crit creature attacks, tap target creature defending player controls and put a stun counter on it. Then Momir deals damage to each opponent equal to the number of tap creatures that player controls, which is really nice. A little bit of form of interaction for our opponent creature. And then we got Nettlecast, which is a crypt creature get +1/+1 for each artifact and enchantment you control. And our commander is a enchantment also, so really nice. And then we got Sapphire Medallion, Soul Ring, Strata Scythe, Swiftfoot Boots, Weapons Cloak, and Winged Boots. So a little bit of mana reduction here with Sapphire Medallion, ramp here with Soul Ring. The Scythe, which is ETB, search your library for a land card, exile it, and then stuff for your library, and then equipped creature gets +1/+1 for each land on the battlefield with the same name at the one that's exiled. So we just grab an island, and our commanders are going to get huge. And then I've got Swiftfoot Boots for more protection, with the Cloak for the Shroud, more form of protection. And I've got Winged Boots for the Ward 4 and flying. So seems insane there. Just more protection for our commander, because if our commander stays down and we keep attacking, that's great for us. Alright, we've got 12 instants here, which is Drown in Dreams, Fanatic Search, High Tide into the Story, Negate, Reality Shift, Reenact a Crime, Resculpt, and Soar Up. Basically, Drown in Dreams, just mill twice cards, target player, or we get to target ourselves. Choose one if you control a commander. Oh yeah, we get to choose both, which is really nice there. Frantic Church, which is just a nice loot effect. High Tide is when we have a lot of big cards in our hand, we get to High Tide and cast a lot. into the story, which is it's gonna be really easy to cast it for 3 less. Then we got Negate, Reality Shift, which is nice control. Reenact a crime scene, which is exile target non-land card in a graveyard that will put there from anywhere this turn. Copy it. You may choose. You may cast a copy without paying command costs, which is really nice. Resculpt is another form of removal, and then we got Swords Up, which is another form of protection. And then we got Slip Out the Back, Spell Rupture, and Thought Scour. We got some interaction there. We got like one piece of protection, and then Thought Scour is a nice little draw effect, and we get mill someone out or mill 2. All right, we got 10 sorceries here. We got Cut Your Losses, Flood of Tears, Fractured Sanity, Increasing Confusion, Manning Cacophony. There we go. Mind Sculpt, Sorcerer's Qual, Startle Awake, and Tassa's Hideous Laughter. So Cut Your Losses is pretty nice because we get to sack a creature or creature with power 2 or more. And we can make a copy of it, and target player mills half their library rounded down. Really good card for 6 mana, just mill your whole library and stuff. And then we got Flood of Tear, which is just a nice board wipe. Return all non-land permanents to their owner's hand. If you return 4 or more non-token permanents you control this way, you may put a permanent card from your hand onto the battlefield. So, and then we got Fractured Sanity. Each opponent mills 14 cards, and then cycle. Each opponent mills 4 cards. They've got Increasing Confusion. Target player puts the top X cards of his or her library into his or her graveyard. If Increasing Cacophony will cast from the graveyard, that player puts twice that many cards into the graveyard instead. Really nice, just X cost if we get a lot of mana. Manning Cacophony. Basically, each opponent mills 8 cards if this spell was kicked. Instead, each opponent mills half their library rounded up. Good mill effect like Cut Your Losses. 6/6, you know. Mind Sculpt, target opponent puts the top 7 cards of their library into a graveyard. And then we got Sorcerer's Qual, which is one of the Lord of the Rings cards. I think it was from the art set. Delve, which we could delve for it for 3 blue. Technically, target opponent mills 9 cards. Then you may cast an instant sorcery spell from the player's library without paying command cost. If the spell will be put into graveyard, exile it instead. So, really nice there. Then we got Startle Awake, which is one of the cards I wanted to put in here because this card I used to play a lot of when Shadows was legal in Standard, when Magic was a little fair back then. I'll say that. Target opponent to put the top 13 cards of his or her library into his or her graveyard, and then we can flip it for the 1/1 ghost when deal combat damage to bounce it. So a little bit of recurrence with mill there. Touch of Laughter, which is an insane card. Sometimes your opponent can just put half their deck into their graveyard or exile actually. But yeah, let's move on to the last card, which is Traumatize. Target player puts the top half of his or her library rounded down into his or her graveyard. Just 5 mana. Just all right. I'll target you. Get rid of your whole half of your library. All right, go. All right. Let's move on to 7 enchantments here. Drowned Secrets, Force Fruition, Fraying Sanity, Memory Erosion, Prof's Edict Memory, Finks Tutelage, and Teferi Tutelage. So we got Drowned Secrets, which is whenever you catch a blue spell, target player puts the top 2 cards of their library into the graveyard. They got Force Fruition, which is whenever an opponent casts a spell, that player draws 7 cards. So we're milling them out, basically. We're going to let them draw 7 cards each time that they catch a spell. Eventually, they're going to deck themselves out. And they got Fraying Sanity, which is a enchanted player. Then enchanted player puts the top X card of his or her library into a graveyard, where X is the number of cards that will put into the graveyard anywhere this turn. We got Memory Erosion. Whenever an opponent casts a spell, that player puts the top 2 cards into his or her graveyard. And then we got Prof's Edict Memory. So when Prof's memory enters the battlefield, draw a card, then you have no max franchise, and then on beginning combat on your turn, if you draw on more cards than 1 this turn, put X +1 counters on target creature you could, or X is the number of cards you draw on this turn -1. Then we got Finks Tutelage and Teferi Tutelage, basically somewhat the same thing. Just that Finks Tutelage is whenever you draw a card, target opponent puts the top 2 card of his or library into a graveyard. If both non-land cards that share a color repeat the process. And then we got Teferi Tutelage, which is whenever you draw a card, target opponent mills 2 cards, and then when ETBs, you loot. So that is the packet there for the enchantments. I just want to do something fun with Force Spirits, and I think that's just a goofy card. Let's move on to 35 land. Very, very easy and simple. So we got Archway of Invention, which is just gives one of our or the next spell that you cast this turn has Improvise. So we are playing quite a bit of artifacts where we can just use this very well. And then ETB is tapped unless you control an island. Command Tower, Mystic Sanctuary to return cut your losses or any of our big sorcery or instants that we want on top. And then we've got Sunken Palace. Sunken Palace is kind of funny. Exile 7 cards from your graveyard and then add blue. And then when you spend this mana to cast the spell or activate ability, copy the spell. You may choose a new target. So we could copy one of our mill effects or something else, you know. But you enter battlefield tap, so that's what's in there for the copy ability. And then we're playing 31 islands. And I think that is it for today, folks. Thank you guys for watching. Definitely, if you enjoyed today's budget deck tech, definitely hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Definitely turn on the notification bell to see any future videos from me and Barry. But yeah, I believe I'm going to come out with another video this Friday on another legendary creature. I'm thinking of the mono green one. I forgot his name, but I am going to be building a CDH deck for him. Don't know if you guys want to see any CDH deck techs on this channel, but if you guys do, definitely leave a comment. I have a couple of CDH lists that I want to put on the channel eventually, but if you guys want to see it, I'll drop it. But I think that is it for today's video. Thank you guys for watching. I am gonna get out of here. See ya.